Alright, that should hold, yeah, now it won't roll down. So I gathered a ton of firewood yesterday, and I was worried about, I got this big pile of wood, I was worried it might roll into the fire, you know, at night or something, and then catch, when I'm sleeping, and then catch on fire. If this big pile of firewood catches on fire, it's going to burn the whole place down. All my gear and stuff, man, it'd be a disaster. And I could die, I could be asleep in there. Maybe it burns me up too, I don't know. So I hammered a couple stakes into the ground to kind of hold that firewood in place so it doesn't roll into the fire. That dirt on the side, on the other side. Try to level it out. Fortunately, this dirt's really soft. You know, try to build up a little. Something like that. Definitely helps. Then put this down on top of that. It's a lot better. I leveled out my bed a little bit because it's kind of slanted, so I carved like a digging stick and leveled the bed, sort of dug out the top area and tried to kind of put the dirt at the lower half of it so it kind of evens it out, flattens it out. This is day 4. Yesterday I sort of tightened up the shelter, took the tarps off and sort of, you know, re-tightened them nice and taut and tight. And, you know, I like I don't know, sort of a clean geometry of the tipi or whatever, any tarp. You know, if you ever tied up a tarp, you know it can be a little tricky, like trying to get this perfect square or whatever, perfect geometry. So anyways, I did that yesterday and it's looking nice now. I've cleared out some of this thicket, sort of a path to the creek. It's about 50 feet down that way. It's kind of thick, you know. So I cleared a pathway to the creek, so it's easier to walk there. I got this Warlock machete, is what it's called, Warlock. I mean, I guess it's like a goblin machete or something. Yeah, so anyways, I was just going and like hacking and slashing some of this, it's like a bunch of little trees. It's like trees that are like 2-3 feet tall. It looks like a ton of little baby maple trees or something. I don't know, but it's thick through here. So I did that. I cleared up some stuff. I got a front yard cleared. Anytime I, you know, get a shelter place, what I do is I'll carve up like a rake or a broom. Basically, you just find a stick with a Y in it and cut it like that. It's sort of the best you can do, I guess. Ideally, there'd be 3 or more, but it's hard to find. Basically, so yeah, man, I just took a saw and then you scrape away the leaves and stuff. So I don't want to set my camp you know, right on these leaves, because like that's a bunch of debris in my gear. You know, I might lose it up in the leaves, you know. So basically I carve up a little broom or a rake, just go through and, am I filming that? I can't even tell. You know, you just clear it out like that. And then there's this stuff here, these little scraggly things, pull them out or chop them. And so yeah, I always do that to sort of clear it out. So I'll show what I got. Yeah, there's my front yard. Cleared it out. It's actually a lot of work. I mean, especially when you're worn out from a hike the day before. Cleared that out, scraped it, pulled up a bunch of stuff. See all this stuff? I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's like all kinds of little scraggly stuff. So got a front yard. That's just a firewood. It's kind of nice that I put it there during the day, kind of a border. I don't know. So yeah, there's my front yard. I cleared it out. That was one of the projects, and now I tightened up my tipi. That was a project. I like to go around and sort of make sure all the edge is nice and tight to the ground, nice and flush. So I'll put like rocks and big heavy sticks on it, and sometimes I'll cover it with like leaves and stuff, because I don't know, I'm just kind of paranoid about like a snake or something, you know, crawling up under there if there's a little, you know, gap like that, you know, like if it was all wide, maybe a snake would come slither up under there. So I like to have it all clear, or bugs, whatever. It's just something I like to do. Have it all nice and tight to the ground, so nothing comes up under it, hopefully. So here's the teepee. Put the fire inside at night. So we're pretty good established now, you know, the shelter's good. I cleared out a walking path. You know, I cleared sort of a path right there to the creek. And so we're, you know, that's usually what I do first few days, you know, get the shelter established. And then we want to go look around for some wild edibles, maybe try to set some traps. I'd love to fish, but I mean, I'm so high up in the hills, there's not going to be, unless I can find like a big stream or a lake or something, I don't think there's going to be much fish. Maybe some crawdads or something. I want to walk up and down the stream, look for maybe some mushrooms, some wild edibles. Okay, day 7. This is day 7. And it's a nice sunny day, finally. The last 2 days have been totally cloudy, cold, and 2 days ago it literally rained all day. Did not film anything the last couple days because I don't want to get the camera wet, and it's kind of a downer, you know, with it being so cold. You don't want to do much. You just kind of want to hunker down and not do much. So, but you know, I got a couple things done. You know, did a few odds and ends around the shelter. I gathered a ton of firewood, but now it's getting now the sun is beaming, and I'm loving it, because the last couple of days were pretty rough, you know, cold and wet and cloudy. So plans for the day are, I've just been boiling water all morning because I haven't boiled water for a couple of days, so I've been doing that all morning.